Now I'm going to drag this video in edit page, media pool, and if this is not visible to you, just click on this media pool and it will be visible, and the effects as well. So now let's drag this video in our edit page timeline. And now first start with the inspector. So what is the inspector? Inspector is the property of a video, its audio, its effect, transition, and etc. So what is the transform? Transform is like if you want to zoom in or zoom out the video. If you don't select your video before applying any effects in inspector, then it won't work. So first you have to select your clip and then you have to zoom out and zoom in your video. You can change your position, you can change your angle, you can change your anchor point as well. You can pitch the video, you can yaw the video, and you can flip the video as well. Now if you want to reset this effect, this transform, all you have to do is just click here and it will reset all the effect that we applied in transform. But if you want to reset a single effect, all you have to do is just click on that effect and it will reset that effect. But if you want to reset all the effects, just click on this transform reset and it will reset all the effects. So now next is cropping. So what is cropping? Cropping is like if you want to crop your video, you can do that from here. You can also soften the edges of the crop. Now in dynamic zoom, we can automatically apply a zoom. For this effect, I'm going to select a picture. So I'm going to select this picture, and as you can see, this is a picture, not a video. Now the dynamic zoom is automatically apply a zoom to our video. You can zoom out your video, double click here, you can swap the effect and it will zoom in your video. Now you can also change the dynamic zoom, it's like animation style. Now it's starting slow, now it will end slow, and we have the ease in and ease out. Now let's restart this zoom. Now we have the composite mode. So now I have this lens flare. Let me just put it onto this picture of mine. So now in composite mode, you can add effects like this. You can screen this effect. You can also decrease the opacity of this effect if you want to. Now let me just delete this by pressing backspace. So now the next is the speed change. So what is the speed change? It changes the speed of our clip. You can increase the speed, you can decrease the speed like this. But if you decrease the speed, then you have to increase your video length as well according to the speed. Now I'm going to set this to normal and I'm going to set this right here, place this right here. Now you can also reverse your video. For example, if you want to reverse your video, then you can do that from here. Just click on it and it will reverse your video. You can also freeze frame your video. Like click here if you want to freeze this frame and it will freeze that frame, but not the whole video. So guys, now I have two videos right here. Now you have to select the correct mode in order to stabilize your video correctly. So we have three modes. We have perspective, similarity, and we have translation. So if your video perspective is changing, then you need to select the perspective. If your video position is only changing, for example, if my video is doing this and this, then I need to select the similarity or translation. But if my video is changing its perspective, for example, if my video is doing this, panning the camera from ground to the mountain, then I need to select the perspective. So in this video, my perspective is changing. So now I have to select the perspective mode and now click on the stabilize. And now have a look. Now if I select the similarity, you have to click on the stabilize once again to stabilize your video. You can see we have a shaky video. So in order to stabilize this video correctly, I need to select the perspective and I need to change the smooth increase to 0.5 and crop to 0.7. Now let's stabilize. So every time you change something, you need to click on this button stabilize in order to stabilize your video. So I'm going to stabilize and it will take longer than the usual. So now we have this stabilized video. So now in this video, my perspective not changing, only the position is changing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the similarity and I'm going to select the stabilize button to stabilize the video. Now have a look. My video is now stabilized. Now I'm going to decrease the cropping ratio and now stabilize it once again. Now we have this video. So this is how stabilization work. So now we have the next option, which is lens correction. You can correct your lens distortion from this option. So retime and scaling is for the highest resolution preview for your video. So I recommend don't change any setting because it will affect your machine and it will slow down your edit process. So guys, this is the inspector. Now we have the audio inspector as well, but we will see this in Fairlight.